Hello, fight fans. This is George Hanson, the Mouthpiece, live from James Schuler Memorial Boxing Gym in West Philadelphia. Today I'm here with light heavyweight Dhafir "No Fear" Smith, who will be fighting on the 30th in Florida for the IBF light heavyweight, international light heavyweight title. Dhafir, how are you feeling today?
How you doing? Feeling good.
Feeling good. We're just going to have a conversation. You just turned 30 years old, yet you've had 55 fights. How have you been able to do it in such a short time frame?
I feel as though that I'm a throwback fighter. I come from fighters back in the day. I fight every week if they let me. I'm a good, strong, tough fighter. I got all the skills, all the talent in the world. I can't help that people don't give me the fair decisions, because some of my losses is robberies. But I beat a lot of guys I wasn't supposed to beat, and I'm going to keep doing it.
Talking about beating a lot of guys, last year, was it 2 years ago, December 10th, you fought former IBF champion, super middleweight champion, Jeff Lacy.
Yes.
You went into his hometown. How were you able to beat him?
Boxing skills, good boxing skills, being smart, and listening to my trainer Percy Custis, and we got the job done and won every round in a unanimous decision and brought that belt home.
What did you learn in fighting Lacy? I know you've traveled all over the country, all California, Philadelphia, New York. You're fighting everybody. How was it to go into a hostile territory with Jeff Lacy being a former champion and practically beating him every round?
It was very hostile territory. It was a good, strong, tough fight. A lot of people thought that he didn't have it no more, but he came to fight. He hit me with a lot of good punches, and I took him very well and came right back. It was a good fight, and I just think I put on a good show and showed the world that I can beat anybody in the world.
Okay, let's fast forward. Andre Ward, who I picked to win the Super 6 title, he ended up winning that title. He's recognized as pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world today. He's definitely the best super middleweight champion. He was going to training camp and he could have selected anyone he wanted, but he picked Dhafir "No Fear" Smith. Why?
Because actually I fought Andre Ward in a pro fight and gave him a hell of a fight before he beat me, and he seen that I had good skills, and his trainer seen that I had good skills, and Virgil Hunter called my trainer Percy Custis and asked me to come out there and be his chief sparring partner.
How was it working with him?
It was good work. You gotta be doing something every minute of the round with Andre Ward. He's a very skilled, very talented fighter, and I don't see nobody beating him no time soon.
What are some of the things you learned just working in the World Championship corner? I know you've been here working with Steve Cunningham, but you look at Andre Ward and the bond between him and his trainer. They seem to have something very special. What did you learn from that entire experience?
Oh, just to stick with your trainer. Don't never leave your trainer. You get fighters that like to leave they trainers all the time and get other trainers and stuff like that. They've been together since he was 12.
Right.
And he hasn't lost a fight since he was 12. And actually, I'm about to go back to training camp with him for the Kelly Pavlik fight, January 26th.
Oh man! So you're going back to train now. This fight is on the 30th.
Yes.
Of this month.
Yes.
Your opponent, he's a Cuban fighter, Savine.
Yes.
What do you know about him?
I just know that he's strong. He's inexperienced. He's been knocked out by a guy that was 10-14, and he's gonna be in for a fight. He's gonna be upset.
Well, what can we expect during that fight? So many writers in Philadelphia, fighters, I've spoken to just about everyone, and this is what they say: Dhafir Smith has the best jab in the business. I've seen you sparring with everyone. What is the advantage you have over this guy, given you have the jab and other assets?
Skills, rounds. He hasn't even been past 6 rounds yet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take it to him. I always come to fight, win, lose, or draw. I always come to fight. I always try my best to win, even if they don't give me a decision. I'm not gonna come and lay down. You're gonna be in for a fight. Period. Win, lose, or draw. You're gonna be in for a fight.
And once again, you're fighting on his home turf.
Yeah, that's no problem with me. I done beat a lot of people in their hometowns. Larry Marks, Jonathan Reed, Jeff Lacey, Kingsley Akiki, Brandon Mitchum. The list goes on and on. I done beat a lot of top guys I wasn't supposed to beat, and beat a lot of top guys that I wasn't supposed to beat, but I didn't get the decision. You know, but that's the way it go.
Okay. Given you beat the Scout in the 30th, and everybody expects you to beat him, where do you go from here?
I won a world title shot next year with Bebu Shimanov, the WBA world champion. I feel as though I deserve it. You know, you don't fight the record, you fight the fighter.
That's absolutely true, and we have an old adage in boxing: records don't beat you, fighters do.
Yeah.
And I thought after beating Jeff Lacey that you would have gotten a TV shot, a big name fighter, and we would be seeing another belt in the James Schuler's boxing gym.
Yeah, I had got offered to fight for the IBO world title against an African kid that's with Lou DiBella, but I ended up taking another fight instead, which I think I should have took that one for the IBO world title. But you live and you learn. You learn from your mistakes, and this one come next Friday I will be the WBA champion, and I'll be fighting for world title come next year.
The international champion.
Yes. What's
your time frame? We know fighters can go on and on. I think Bernard Hopkins is about 150 years old. He probably went to grade school with Jack Johnson. He still looks good. He's in great shape. The man is just incredible. How much longer? I look at you and I see you spar, and there's no wear and tear. There's no effects. You look like a 23-year-old. How much longer will you continue to fight?
Because I think I got a good defense. I don't get hit that much. I'm a very skilled fighter. I mean, the game is the hit, and I get hit. And I just feel as though I'm gonna be around for a long time, probably like 10 more years.
10 more years? That's possible. I mean, you'll be 40 by then.
I'll be 40.
So you'll be still 110 years younger than Hopkins.
Yeah, but I mean,
who's gonna fight till he's 60?
Yeah, he's fighting again on March 9th next year. He'll be 50 years old.
I don't see too many people beating him. I mean,
me neither. I mean, I think Bernard Hopkins is a very gifted fighter at his age, and nobody can do what Bernard Hopkins is doing at 40-something years old. Nobody, because he stay in the gym. He's a workaholic.
Let's talk about, you talk about work ethic. Every time I come here, I see you here sparring or training. Let's talk about your work ethic.
I mean, sometimes I used to be lazy. You know, everybody know that from me losing some of my fights. But I'm starting to train harder now. I'm more hungry, and I want it. I'm determined. I know I can be a world champion. I either fight for a world title with the type of record that I have, but it's not about the record. Like I say, I beat a whole lot of guys. People see that sometimes. That's why they be pulling out on me. They be signed contracts, and people end up pulling out on me. I be wondering like, why? Why me? I mean, look at my record. But it's not about the record, it's about the fighter, and they know I'm a good fighter.
What would you say to your fans right now? You look in the camera. I mean, you're one of the top fighters here in Philadelphia, which is the boxing capital. You're sparring with Andre Ward. You're beating really good fighters. You're sparring with great fighters. Tell the fans what you want them to know about Dhafir Smith.
Well, what the fans can expect out of me is I'm going to come to fight. I'm a warrior. I won't let Philly down if they don't rob me. I'm definitely going to come to fight. I'm going to try to win. I'm going to try my heart out. I'm not going to come lay down. I'm going to try my best to bring the world title back home.
Fans, there you have it from Dhafir Smith. We're over here in Philadelphia, the boxing capital of the world, in the James Schuler's Memorial Gym. Thank you. I hope you see that fight on the 30th. We expect Dhafir to bring back the IBF international title. Continue to support boxing and always carry your mouthpiece. Thank you.
Thank you.